This is Judge Mark Stinson Toll. One Darlie supporter claims that this judge failed in Darlie Routier's case because he had Alzheimer's. I wanted to read a little bit about Judge Toll. She also feels, this supporter feels like he retired after the Darlie case because of it. So in an effort to educate and stop the lies about this case, I looked into his background. I've done this before. Born in Dallas, Judge Toll was a 1949 graduate of the Jesuit High School, where he earned the Bishop Lynch Trophy for being the most representative student. His high school activities included lettering in football and participating in drama. Judge Toll received his undergraduate and law degrees from the University of Notre Dame. An Air Force ROTC cadet colonel as a law school junior, Judge Toll went on to serve 6 years of active duty. He served as a B-47 Stratojet navigator and was a staff judge advocate. After serving in the Air Force, Judge Toll was a practicing attorney and insurance company owner for 20 years. He built an insurance agency after witnessing how his father's policy had helped his mother, Miss Toll said. But by 1980, Judge Toll longed to enter the legal profession as well, full-time. He did so after being called to jury duty and meeting a judge who was an insurance customer. While visiting with the judge, he mentioned his desire to enter law full-time. The judge urged him to talk to Dallas County District Attorney Henry Wade. The results were immediate. He, Judge Toll, called me and said, "Guess where I am?" Miss Toll recalled. He said, "I'm taking a physical for the country. Henry Wade just hired me." I know there'd be a lot of slack about Henry Wade because he was a less than good prosecutor for Dallas County. We all know that now. The CIU unit was actually based on some of the wrongful convictions that Henry Wade had put out there. But that's Henry Wade, it's not Judge Toll. From 1980 to 86, he was a Dallas County Assistant District Attorney. Judge Toll rose through the ranks to become Mr. Wade's chief felony prosecutor. In 1988, he was elected to the Criminal District Court number 3. In 1989, the 15 Dallas County State District judges unanimously elected him to be the presiding felony judge. He was re-elected to the bench in 1992, but did not seek re-election in 1996. That's a far cry from he quit. He just didn't want to be re-elected. Judge Toll was, and it was also said that he came out of retirement for Darlie's case. But no. Judge Toll was an active member of the Christ the King Catholic Church, where he had been an usher for 18 years. He was disciplined and had been a jogger for more than 50 years, his wife said. He loved his family, Miss Toll said. Her husband's main disappointment was that he hadn't been a Marine. He also loved the State Fair of Texas and usually went once or twice a week during the expedition's run, his wife said. Judge Toll stepped down from his senior judge status in 2003 That's a far cry from he quit, and he came out of retirement for Darlie's case, which has been said by this one supporter. When his wife noticed early signs of dementia, that's when he stepped down. Judge Toll stepped down from his senior judge status in 2003 when his wife noticed early signs of dementia. The illness progressed slowly until last fall, when his condition began to deteriorate rapidly, his wife said. Now, if you look at what frontal temporal dementia is, it's a progressive disease. It's a very progressive disease. With him, it went slowly, but in a lot of cases, it comes quickly. That dementia comes quickly. People notice it right away. With him, it went slowly. It has been said that it was noticed in Darlie's trial. I believe there was a statement, or a claim statement, where they made a joke where he said, "I may be to disease and Alzheimer's, but I'm sure clear about what's going on here." As a joke. But it looked like he had the frontal temporal dementia, in 2003 is when it really set in, according to his wife, who was there and took care of him. In addition to his wife, Judge Toll is survived by a daughter, Jean Marie Geis of Dallas, a son, Gregory Toll of Carbondale, Colorado, a brother, John B. Toll of Dallas, a sister, Teresa Toll of Dallas, and 2 other grandchildren. Now, John B. Toll, I believe, is a judge in Dallas. Could be wrong about that. Judge Toll became fluent in Spanish to ensure that he could be true to non-English speaking Latino defendants and not depend on translations. He didn't know if he could trust their attorneys or not, so he learned Spanish, Ms. Toll said. Judge Toll's integrity was challenged by rumors that swirled around Ms. Routier's high-profile trial and its change of venue to Kerrville, Texas. Critics alleged that the trial was moved to the conservative Texas Hill County to ensure a guilty verdict, or that the judge was looking for a ranch property, Ms. Toll said. It was put down in Kerrville because it was the only county in Texas that had an opening in its court docket for a trial of that magnitude, Ms. Toll said. She unsuccessfully tried to get a notion as to her husband's feelings about Ms. Routier's guilt or innocence. I said, "Mark, don't you think with what she said, that she did it?" He'd say, "Tammy, I'm not here to convict her or release her. I've got to keep in mind and watch on what the prosecutors and what the defense is saying, so that it will be a legal trial. That's all I'm here for." Frontotemporal dementia, FTD, is a rare progressive brain disorder that affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. Here are some of the symptoms. FTD can cause a variety of symptoms, including behavioral changes such as impulsivity, inappropriate behavior, or withdrawal from social interaction. Personality changes such as feeling cold or selfish or losing interest in people and things. Language problems such as a difficulty speaking, like what I just had. Language problems such as a difficulty speaking or finding the correct word. Physical symptoms such as tremors, muscle spasms, stiffness, or poor condition. Compulsive behavior such as tapping, clapping, smacking lips. Changes in eating habits such as overeating or preferred sweets and carbohydrates. FTD is progressive, meaning symptoms get worse over the time. In the early stages, people may have just one symptom. FTD tends to occur at a younger age in other forms of dementia, with roughly 60% of people with FTD being 45 to 64 years old. There's currently no cure for FTD, no treatments to slow or stop the progression of the disease. However, there are ways to help manage the symptoms. Now, Now, it's been said that he had Alzheimer's. As a matter of fact, this typical Darlie supporter claims that many different times, many different places over the years. Being very outspoken and one of Darlie Key's friends, she would say, well, the judge had Alzheimer's. The judge had Alzheimer's. I would have to remind her, however, that it was the jury who convicted Darlie Routier. And I would always ask her, this particular supporter who just wants to be right, what did the judge do in that trial that was a direct response from his, quote, Alzheimer's? And that supporter leaves with no answers. The family did not appeal based on the judge's misconduct or anything like that. I would ask again, what did you see in the court transcripts? Because none of us were at the trial. But what did you see in the court transcripts that told you that he was not of his right mind? No answer. The fact is, he did not have Alzheimer's. He had frontal lobal dementia. And that comes from his wife, not from some supporter who didn't know him. And here with a quick AI overview, because I knew it wasn't the same. No, dementia and Alzheimer's disease are not the same thing. Dementia, a general term for a decline in mental abilities that affects the memory, thinking, and behavior. Dementia is a collection of symptoms that can have many causes. Alzheimer's disease, a specific type of dementia that's caused by a physical illness that damages the brain. Alzheimer's disease is the most common type of dementia. Alzheimer's would cause dementia, but he had frontal lobal dementia. Frontal temporal dementia, FTD, refers to a group of disorders caused by the degeneration of the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. FTD affects the personality, behavior, and language skills, and can lead to changes in social behavior, impulsivity, language difficulties, and problems with exercise functioning.